Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Teresa and welcome to my channel. Today I have to make a card for a friend of mine whose birthday actually already happened, but we haven't seen each other yet. So I came up here to crank out a card using this gorgeous Peach designer series paper. And I thought, as I was starting to put the pieces together, I thought, hey, why not turn on my camera and go ahead and do a tutorial on it. So that's what we're going to do. So some of the colors we're going to be using with ink is the Pear Pizzazz, the Saffron, and the Flirty Flamingo. We are going to use this Cajun Craze colored pencil, but any brown pencil will work. I have my pieces already cut, but we'll get to those as we go along. Push those off to the side, my drink off to the side. I like to have water up here. All right, so let's get started. The first thing I have is a piece of cardstock. It's the Pear Pizzazz, and it does measure 8.5 by 5.5. And what we want to do is we want to do a couple of scores. We want to turn it on the 8.5 inch side, and we want to do the first score at 4 1/4. Not the cutting blade. We want to make sure we use the scoring blade. Then we want to score it at 2 1/8. So let's see, 2 1/8. Okay, so now we have our score lines done on the paper, which is really great. And those score lines, they really do help to give you a nice smooth crease line. And if you have the bone folder, I think I say this in pretty much every video, that really does help. You don't need one. You can always use your hands to really press it nice and firm. But if you have the bone folder, I find that it helps. Okay, so boom, we've got the card assembled just like that. Now, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to put a greeting in here. And I need a piece of cardstock. So I'm just going to use a piece of white cardstock. And the measurement for this is 5 1/4 by 1 7/8. So it's not terribly large. And on this, I just want to stamp a happy birthday. And I'm going to stamp it sort of off-center so I can kind of write around it a little greeting for her. And I'm going to do it in the, ooh, you know what? I think she would like the Flirty Flamingo. She's not as boring as I am. I'm kind of boring. I would do the Pear Pizzazz. Well, I shouldn't say boring. I'm tonal. I like things tonal, but she does like pops of color. And this, since this is for her and I'm thinking about her, I'm going to go ahead and step on outside of my comfort zone, and I'm going to use the Flirty Flamingo. And I could try to center this, but you all, I don't spend a lot of time centering anything. So instead, I'm going to off-center it, apply a little light pressure, do a quick please work, and boom, look at that. That looks really good as far as I'm concerned. So let's go ahead and close up our ink, push this off to the side, grab my Stampin' Seal Plus. Hopefully I'm not almost out of it. All right, got to get that to where it started. Quick shake, make sure it dries. It's really hot in here. Whew, it's a nice hot summer day. Come on, come on. But we've waited for summer, didn't we? Went through all through winter and we're like, oh, we want it to be summer. And then summer gets here and some of us are like, no, way too hot, way too hot. All right, so let's go ahead and line this up. So the bigger portion, the 4 1/4 where it's not scored, we want to leave that here. That's going to be our base. And I'm just trying to make sure I give this lined up just so. Oh, I hope that's not crooked. Oh, it's a little off center, but it will work, so I can go ahead and leave it. Now for my base color down here, this is Garden Green. So this measures 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to build my layers. So that'll be the first one. Then I have this piece of the designer series paper. It's Peach. Love it, can't say enough about it. So I came in a quarter more. So this is going to measure 3 3/4, and side to side, it's going to measure 5 inches. Because we're layering it up. So let's go ahead and apply that. Come on, pay attention with me. So does everybody have big summer plans? A lot of people traveling? You're not gonna find me traveling over the summer. We couldn't wait till our kids were old enough so that we could go vacation any time of the year we chose. So we don't vacation in the summer. Nope. I mean, maybe a day here or a quick jaunt there to maybe a botanical garden or something, but to go away, no, that's not going to be us. You're not going to see us out there fighting the crowds. All right, so I like that. Okay, there we go. So now we're building up those layers. Can you see it? Now keep in mind the easel card, you can sit this down on your desk, put it up on a shelf. It's just a really cute way to display that card. Now I did cut another piece of the designer series paper. I want to make sure I have the correct dimensions on this. This is also the 5 1/4 because we're just coming in a little. And at first I thought, I wonder if I should also back it in the green, and I just didn't want to. I liked the difference. So this is 5 1/4 and this is 1 7/8. And I can go ahead and apply this right now. I can go ahead and lay this down. So I think I'm going to. I don't think I'm going to. I know I'm going to. Oops, let me get this. Oh, I really feel as if I might be out of my, you know what? I am. Look, I'm finished. But let's see. Do I have another one in here? I sure do. The Stampin' Seal Plus. Said it before, say it again. I'll say it all the time. It's my favorite. I really like it. Okay, so let's get that there, nice and straight. Boom. Look how close we are to done. So she's got a happy birthday, and I know what I'm going to kind of write in there. So I wanted to leave some space for that. Now I did, this is the back side of this piece of designer series paper I'm using. So what I did is using, to save us time, let me pull this over, the stitched shapes. I thought oval would be really nice. So it's the largest oval I used to punch out the Pear Pizzazz, and then the second largest oval is what I used to punch out the designer series paper. And I don't want to raise these up either, so go ahead and lay down a couple pieces of tape. And I'm going to go ahead and just try to center that. There we go. And I do have plans for this, so I can kind of put this aside now. What I did here is, if you don't have this set yet, I can tell you that I think it's so sweet because it's called Sweet as a Peach. So what I did is I went ahead and stamped out the stem. This is just one, come on, I can get this open. This is just one long stamp. So I did that green using the Pear Pizzazz. Then using, these are the 3 blossoms that are together, but they will cut apart separately when you run them through the die. I used the Flirty Flamingo and the Saffron to get the color shades that I wanted. And then, just to give the center of them a little pizzazz, let me hold up some that I did. And I'll show you the difference between one that's done and one that's not done. So you can see here, this one I took the pencil to and just put some freestyle lines in there. And I'm going to go ahead and do and I did it to all of those, but I'm going to go ahead and do it to this one so you can see. And this is the part of the game where some people, don't stress yourself out. Your crafting, your hobbies should be fun. They should bring you enjoyment. So if you find you're, stressing too much over it, don't. I say don't. Unless you find being stressed over it fun. See, that's not exactly the same as the rest, and I'm okay with that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this one down. And I think for this one, I'm going to use glue dots still. I'm not quite ready to raise anything with stamping dimensionals. I think I can get a glue dot in there. I can. Oop, come on. Come on. Because I'm going to use stamping dimensionals, but not on this. So if I can get it just like that. Perfect. That's how I want it. Then let's get some, oh no, oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh, I got some. Here we go. Grab out my stamping dimensionals and let's place one. I know I'm going to use these, so now there's 6 of them, and I think everything looks better when you use the rule of odds. So I don't believe I'm going to use all 6. I think I like the small ones. Okay, so let me go ahead and get these done. And let's pop this one here. Actually, I'm going to put this one there. And then maybe here. And And I hear somebody downstairs. I don't think they know. I don't think they know that I'm filming.
Are you filming?
I am filming. Can I have just a second?
She's filming.
Unless you want to be on film, come on up. I'm not sure who popped by, but that's okay. We're almost done. So if they give me 3 minutes, I'll be done. Gonna keep me on track, but isn't that pretty? I think that's really pretty. Hopefully you all will feel the same. Okay, so now the pressure's really on because I had some people stop by unexpectedly. But look at this, I can put that this way. Nope, I'm gonna definitely put it here. Yeah, something like that. I want it to come up a bit. So for this, I'm gonna really put down some Stampin' Seal Plus and get that here. I'm not sure who has popped by unexpectedly, but that's a good thing. Now, I don't know if you've seen this before, but this is our double oval punch. And I'm just gonna grab something off to the side here. Of course, I never have it handy when I want it, but, excuse me, using another piece of the Pear Pizzazz. I'm gonna punch the smaller oval out of that. Of course, it'll punch a couple extra things. That's not a big deal. And then I'm going to place, I think we're gonna stick with this. And because I do have people downstairs, I'm not gonna completely finish it. I will show you the finished product when I'm done. I think I like it hidden that way. So there we go. Now you really do, and I'm gonna put a sentiment on there, but I will do that off camera because I don't wanna keep whoever's down there waiting too long, although they did show up unannounced, which is fine. That's perfectly fine. Okay, now for this, people will do different things. Some do to the middle. I kind of like it a little bit more to the front, and I'm eyeballing the center here. I think that's where I want it. And look, I have one more of these little flowers. I think I'm going to adhere that with just a glue dot. Put that down. And then, oh yeah, I think like that. Then I have some bling. Definitely want to put some bling on here. So let's get this. I'm gonna pop that right there. I'm gonna have to do something with that. And I'll put a little bit more bling on, but look, isn't that cute? I know you can't see it, but I wish you could. And there, just that quick, see it'll sit up. I have a cute card, and I'll link a picture. Actually, to see a picture of it, head on over to my Facebook page, Stamping and Sipping with Tea, and you'll be able to see a picture there. So thank you so much for joining me. I'm sorry for cutting this short, but got people downstairs. So until next time, happy stamping.